What is going on, YouTube? I'm currently with Carlos, who is playing Blue Imperial. So this list has been topping multiple times. It's absolutely fire, super consistent, and it draws like a truck. Okay, Carlos, if you want, you can go ahead and start with the eggs. Remember to have them facing the camera.
Alright. So for eggs, it's pretty straightforward. You want 4 Dandevimons. You draw for the jamming. Most of your hitters have jamming. And then the 1 Upamon. Most of the times I don't want to see the Upa, but it's important if the game is like a stalling game, like against a security. I want to have the draw just in case. For rookies, we have the very basic, the best rookie in the game. Still is the best rookie in the game. 4 Vmons. This is my favorite Digimon since I was a kid. Jamming, incredible. Once you get them out, if you have X Vmon, even better. Swing, restand, swing again. We have 3 on-play Gabumons. The draw power with this card is pretty needed. Just in case you already have a Vmon in the raising and you want to draw an extra card, you hard play him, draw an extra card, maybe starve your opponent with 1 memory. I'm using 2 of the Inherited Effect Vmon. I tried using the rookie where you search for either a hybrid or a tamer. I just think this Digimon right now is it's just better because I don't want too many hard play 3 costs on my deck. I prefer to have him, and then once I go into Imperialdramon, I'm basically drawing 3 free cards, 1 for jamming, 1 for restanding, and 1 for evolving. And the other good thing is, if you go into Omnimon on top of the Imperial, you're still drawing off of the Vmon once he restands by adding back the Imperial to hand. And now you have 6 vanilla 2-cost cards. I really think that these are needed because most of the times you want to either play 1 and then have the Vmon in raising, and then next turn you're guaranteed a Vmon swing, and then evolve on top of the rookie with the next Vmon and then make Vmon swing again. Or you can just use them to evolve into a blocker right after. For ultimates, for champions, we have 4 of the fish. I just call him Fish. A lot of people prefer Gorillamon over the fish. I tried both Gorillamon and the fish, and I have to say I prefer the fish because yes, he is pretty weak for a champion. Most of the times you're using him in the raising area to evolve and then go into a Imperialdramon right after. Or it happens to me a lot where I break in the game and I don't have rookies in hand. It feels better to hard play a 3-cost, and if you still have the memory, then evolve a Imperialdramon or a Dino B right on top. But if it's a Gorillamon, hard playing a 6-cost will automatically end your turn unless you're going against a Mega Zoo and they gave you enough memory to do so. That's fine. I just still think hard playing 3 and then evolving right on top again is still much better than the Gorillamon. And Gorillamon could swing over blockers, but most of the times he just gets destroyed by whatever's in security.
You damn right.
Next up we have the 3 Vmons. 3 X Vmons. When I ran him at 2, I didn't see him enough, so I think at 3 is a perfect amount. So you can at least restand that Vmon if you're going to go in for the Rookie Rush. Great card. I would not play him at 4. I would keep him exactly at 3 because I think I like him here. We have the star player of this deck, 3 Lobomons. most of the time, your opponent won't expect a Lobomon coming in unless they saw you add it to your hand from off of a Davis. But either way, I always have a Lobomon in hand, and if I can't end the game with Imperial or with any other Digimon, I try to go in there with Lobomon. That's how I win most of my matches. The last two will be two Grizzlies. Some people don't run blockers. I still think that blockers, you may need it. You don't need it as much because you probably evolve over him. So 2 is a pretty good number. Whenever I play against a yellow player, I know that they're gonna try to decrease the DP of maybe an Imperial if I have it out. So I'll try to bait them and evolve a blocker on top of a rookie. So now that they see a 6K blocker on the field, they might give the minus 6K off of the blocker, and I still have an Imperial for another turn and maybe even win with the Imperial. For ultimates, it's pretty simple. You have your 4 Dino Bees and your 4 Imperialdramons. Jamming and then jamming with piercing. They're both amazing. I tried using Beowulfs, but sometimes Beowulf just doesn't cut it because even though he can't be attacked if he's involved on top of another hybrid, everybody's using in this meta the DG burst effect, where they're either sending it to the bottom of the deck or they're deleting it off of the DP. So 8, 4 and 4, this is a pretty good number. Also, it feels amazing to play a Davis and get both of them into your hand. Here we have the big boy, 4 Imperials. Imperial's literally your main card, very simple. Swing with Imperialdramon, evolve into, if you have enough memory, evolve into the Imperial, swing 2 more times, draw for the jamming, and then draw for the Vmon if you have the Vmon in here. Pretty simple. If you want to board wipe them, you could maybe have a rookie on board, swing with the rookie first. If they take the bait and use the blocker, you kill the blocker with Imperial, and then maybe even finish it off with the Omni if you have the Omni in hand. I always try to board wipe if I know I don't have game by clearing with Imperial and then finishing it off with Omni for whatever other champion they have or Digimon. For option cards, I'm running 2 Kakaitis. It's a pretty neg card if you get them in your hand. There's times I get both of them in my hand and I don't want to use them because giving your opponent that much memory is pretty bad. Like if you're adding back, let's say, a Chaosmon to their hand, they're just gonna bring the Chaosmon back out and delete your board. So it's a good card if it's in security, or if you at least have one in hand, not both. I tried running Zed Garurumon over Kakaitis, but the problem with that is that you can't pop. If Zed is in the security and they swing, maybe they'll kill a rookie, but they probably won't kill a Chaosmon or return the Chaosmon. And Zed's effect is you DG burst 2 and you return a level 5 or lower to hand. Almost everybody I play, this is the meta where everybody is hiding their Digimon in the race area until they're at a level 5. They bring out the level 5 and then they just go straight into a 6. So Zed Garurumon can't work against people that just hide their Digimon in the raising area. Next up is 4 Hammer Sparks. Very important card. If they're trying to starve you, putting you at 2, you Hammer Spark, you go to 3 and you do your play. If it's in security, it could get you the game, especially if they're at 1 or 0 memory. I remember I was playing against another blue player. I was gonna go for 6 swings in one game. I lost because their last security was a Hammer Spark. This game, this card can change the game. And your Tamers, Davis. Amazing card. Play it. You search the top 3. You look at the top 3. Add a blue and or green to hand. Both of them if you see both blue and green. And the best part about it is if they hit it off the security, free play, you don't have to pay the memory cost, and then you can just evolve a Lobomon if you want to go for game right on top of the Davies. Alright, that's pretty much it for the Blue Imperial deck. It's been winning me games for the past 3-4 weeks already. It's a pretty decent deck. If I were to make any changes to it, I would probably try to see something with the Cocytus Breath. A lot of times I do see Cocytus in my hand, but it does help when it is in security. And thank you guys for listening.
Thank you guys for watching my videos. I really like the fact that you guys support me. Carlos has been a consistent player, especially with topping, so I trust this deck list with 100% of confidence. The man is a legend. Thank you guys for watching, and remember, we brick by nature.